This semester I am observing in a first grade classroom at Sharon Elementary School in Alpine School District. Mrs. Riddle's class consists of at least 30% English language learners, with the majority being Hispanic. There are 25 students in Mrs. Riddle's class. The cooperating teacher has a very energetic teaching style. She initiates a lot of hands-on activities, creates an environment where the students have many opportunities to interact and communicate with one another, and differentiates her instruction by teaching small groups on their level. The classroom exudes a warm atmosphere where the students feel safe and appear to enjoy learning. I've chosen to focus on the 3 linguistics items observed in the classroom: phonology, morphology, and semantics. First, phonology. A few different learner errors I've noticed in the students' oral production were in pronouncing words incorrectly, such as math for math, half for have, free for 3, and woof for wolf. The first language of the student who made these errors is Spanish. And to reiterate, the student mistakenly pronounced the words M-A-F, math, for M-A-T-H, math, H-A-F, half, instead of H-A-V-E, have, F-R-E-E, free, for T-H-R-E-E, 3, and W-O-O-F, woof, instead of W-O-L-F, wolf. In my field experience, the cooperating teacher will often rephrase or restate the word correctly for the student to hear. She doesn't tell the student they have made a mistake. Instead, she provides them with the correct pronunciation. For example, if the student said, "Are we doing math now?" the teacher would restate, "Yes, we are doing math now." The teacher also incorporates phonics into her mini lessons during writing and reading workshop. I believe her instruction was effective because she reinforces the positive instead of dwelling on what the student is doing wrong. Overcorrection can cause students to feel less inclined to take risks or participate in class. I also like the fact that she explicitly teaches phonics to her students. Number 2 is morphology. A couple different learner errors I've noticed in the students' use of affixes, spoken or written, are in the misuse of the suffix endings ed and s. The first language of the student who made these errors is again Spanish. The student wrote the word looked correctly in its past tense form, but in reading the word aloud, they pronounced it looked. The students are currently learning about measurement in math right now. I observed one of the students saying, "The string is 3 foot long," instead of saying, "The string is 3 feet long." In this way, the student has overgeneralized the rule of adding s to make words plural. The cooperating teacher has provided some instruction on morphology, or word parts. She has taught the students the prefixes un, re, and pre, and the suffix endings s, ed, and ing. I've noticed she has a bulletin board in her classroom with word families or chunks that help students identify common word parts. Number 3 is semantics. 2 different learner errors I've noticed when the student used a word incorrectly based on the meaning of the word in speech or writing were the following. The student frequently asks the teacher, "Can I take a drink of water?" rather than, "May I get a drink of water?" The words take and get can have slightly different meanings depending on the context they're in. Another example was when a student read a book to me entitled Missing Sneakers. The student assumed the story was about lost shoes, but as they read on, they realized they were wrong. Sneakers turned out to be the name of the missing cat. The cooperating teacher explicitly teaches vocabulary. Each student in the class has their own vocabulary book with a section for language arts, math, science, and social studies. A couple times a week, the teacher either introduces new vocabulary words or reviews previously learned ones. The students write a definition and draw a picture of each word they learn in their books. The teacher uses these words repetitiously throughout the curriculum, so the students become better familiar with them.